Hello friends. In previous video we have studied the relation between speed and slip. In this video we are going to study about the frequency of rotor voltage and current. So let us go on with our session. So let us see what are the learning objectives of this video. So first we are going to study what is the relation between synchronous speed and frequency. And then we are going to study relation between rotor frequency and supply frequency. So first let us see what is the relation between synchronous speed and frequency. So the formula for the synchronous speed is given by Ns is equal to 120 F by P. So let it be equation number 1. Now let us see what are the various parameters in this formula, where Ns is nothing but the synchronous speed. So it is the speed at which the magnetic field of the stator rotates. Then let F be the value of the frequency of the supply voltage. We know that in India the frequency of supply voltage is constant, that is 50 Hz. Then P equal to number of poles. Now let us study about the relation between the rotor frequency and supply voltage. Now the frequency of the current and voltage in the stator must always be same as the supply frequency. So the formula for this is given by F is equal to PNS upon 120. Now you might think, from where do we get this formula? Then see here, we have seen the formula of the synchronous speed is Ns is equal to 120 F by P. If we rearrange this formula to find the formula for frequency, we will get the formula F is equal to PNS upon 120. So this is the formula of the frequency of the supply. Let it be equation number 2. Now we know that the rotor never rotates at the synchronous speed. There is always a certain difference between the rotor speed and the synchronous speed. So because of this, the frequency in the rotor winding is always variable, and it will depend upon the difference between the synchronous speed and the rotor speed. Now we can say that, so the rotor frequency mainly depends upon the slip. Now we have seen in the previous video that the formula of slip is S is equal to Ns minus Nr upon Ns. Now this Ns minus Nr is nothing but the slip speed. Now when the slip speed is expressed in the fraction of the synchronous speed, then it is called as slip. So our rotor frequency will highly depend upon this slip. So we can write the formula for the rotor frequency as Fr. So this R denotes the frequency of rotor. So Fr is equal to P bracket Ns minus Nr upon 120. So here we have just modified equation 2. Here Nr represents the rotor speed. So we have considered the difference between the synchronous speed and the rotor speed, that is nothing but the slip speed. So we can write the formula as Fr is equal to P multiplied by bracket Ns minus Nr divided by 120. So let it be equation number 3. Now we have to take the ratio of equation 3 to equation 2. Because we have to derive the relation between the rotor frequency and the supply frequency, let us take the ratio of equation 3 to equation 2. So when we take the ratio of equation 3 to equation 2, we get Fr upon F is equal to P Ns minus Nr upon 120 divided by P Ns upon 120. So if we see in this division, there are certain common terms which will get cancelled. So P will get cancelled with P, 120 will also get cancelled. So after modification, we'll get the formula as Fr upon F is equal to Ns minus Nr upon Ns. Let it be equation number 4. Now if we remember, the formula of slip is nothing but S is equal to Ns minus Nr upon Ns. So again we can modify this equation as, so the formula of slip is given by S is equal to Ns minus Nr upon Ns, that is equation number 5. So if we combine equation 4 and equation 5, then we can write the new formula as Fr divided by F is equal to S, that is slip. So the ratio of the rotor frequency to the supply frequency is equal to slip. By the further modification, we can write Fr is equal to S into F. So we can say that rotor current frequency is equal to per unit slip multiplied by supply frequency. Now, let us consider that rotor is at standstill, that is stationary, which is at the starting condition. So when the rotor is at the standstill, the rotor speed nr will be equal to 0. So if we substitute nr is equal to 0 in this equation number 5, we get s is equal to ns divided by ns, which is nothing but 1. So slip will be equal to 1. Now if we substitute slip is equal to 1 in equation number 6, we will get Fr is equal to F. So we can say that at the standstill, that is when the rotor is stationary, at that time, rotor current frequency is equal to supply frequency. Now let us consider that the rotor is driven by the mechanical prime mover at the synchronous speed. So what will happen if the speed of the rotor is synchronous speed? So at that time, our formula of slip will become ns minus ns upon ns. So the value of slip will be equal to 0. Again, if you substitute in the formula of the rotor frequency, the value of rotor frequency will also be equal to 0. So from this, we can conclude that the frequency of the rotor current varies from Fr is equal to F at the time when the slip is equal to 1 to Fr is equal to 0 at the synchronous speed, that is when slip is equal to 0. So in the further discussion, so when we go in the further sessions, in the further videos, we will consider that F is equal to F1, that is our supply frequency will be denoted as F1, and Fr will be denoted as F2. That is the rotor current frequency will be denoted by F2. So again we can modify the formula as F2 is equal to S into F1. So we can say that our rotor current frequency is equal to slip times our supply frequency. So this was the relation between rotor current frequency and the supply frequency. Thank you.